you're given the equation x squared equals 8 minus 4x, I ask you to solve this algebraically, hint using your x and y intercepts. Okay, how do you find an x-intercept? Okay, so that's a visual, but what do I have to do to the equation? We're going to make y equal to 0, or we're going to eventually set that equal to 0. X squared equals 8 minus 4x. Well, I really don't want an a value that's negative, so I'm not going to move the x squared to the right side. I'm going to subtract all this to the left side. Would it have been wrong if your a value is negative? No, but then you couldn't have done factoring. So I get x squared plus 4x minus 8 equals 0. Well, my y variable is already equal to 0 here, so now I can just solve that. I'm going to take a shot at factoring. A times c is negative 8. B value, two numbers that multiply to be negative 8 but add to be 4. Always list out your factors. Any of those? So this would be prime, right? I can't factor. There's no two numbers that multiply to be negative 8 to be add to be 4. So you don't write prime factor. It is not factorable, but that means you just go to one of your other methods. Does that make sense? What do you think is going to work? Partner B, tell partner A the quadratic formula. UNAT, tell us the quadratic formula.
X equals negative b plus or minus b squared minus 4 b over 2a.
So I have the b value, which is what? 4 plus or minus b value. Class, b value. 4 squared minus a value. C value. All over 2 times 1. You should be practicing on this on your notes, because we practice in class, because that's what you should be doing on your quizzes and tests. Kevin? Opposite of a positive 4 class? Negative 4 plus or minus 4 squared is what? 16. Negative 4 times 1 times negative 8 is what? Positive 32 over 2. Maybe I should find some videos on simplifying radicals. X equals negative 4 plus or minus the square root of 48 over 2. Do nothing with the fraction yet. The square root of 48 is 16 times 3. Class, what's the square root of 16? Negative 4 plus or minus 4 radical 3 over 2. The square root of 48 is radical 16 times radical 3. The square root of 16 is 4. The radical 3 stays there. I'm going to factor out a 2 now. And if I factor out a 2 there, remember you can always distribute. 2 times negative 2 is negative 4. 2 times 2 is 4. I'm going to cancel those 2's. My answer is x equals negative 2 plus or minus 2 radical 3. Class, is this exact or rounded? You could put that in your calculator to give you some kind of understanding of where that is. I'll do it for you. Negative 5.46 and 1.46. Raise your hand if you got one of those answers. Alright, let's graph this now. We didn't find which intercept. Let's do that really quickly. Partner B, tell partner A, how do you find a y-intercept? Sean, how do you find a y-intercept? Melissa, how do you find a y-intercept? Make x equal to 0. Sean, how do you find a y-intercept? Now, which one do you make x equals 0? It doesn't matter. I'd probably recommend this one right here. This one is essentially x squared plus 4x minus 8 equals y. So I can copy that one down. And we're making x equals 0. Y is equal to negative 8. So this is going to be 0, negative 8. Here's my y-axis. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Remember, these are order pairs, so your y variable is equal to 0. Let's do this one. Negative 2 minus 2 radical 3, comma, 0, and negative 2 plus 2 radical 3, comma, 0. So if I graph these now, we know that this one is negative 5.46. Everyone say exact. It's better to write your exact answer here. The decimal just gives you an idea where that number is. This is an x-intercept. We didn't label this one. This is a y-intercept. 0, negative 8, y-intercept. Everyone say label. Everyone say label. It's good to, when you're labeling it, to write the order pair and what it is. It helps you understand, like, am I graphing it correctly? Because I saw many students not understand how to graph an order pair. They couldn't do the distance formula because they didn't know how to get an order pair. 1.46, it's like 1.5. The exact answer is negative 2 plus 2 radical 3, comma, 0. This is an x-intercept. Now I'm going to take, remember, this y-intercept is not your minimum. We learned yesterday that you can actually put this into your calculator and then calculate the zeros. So this problem reviews yesterday's lesson. Yesterday's lesson, we found the x and the y intercepts.
I love math. You don't love math? What's wrong with you?